Hey guys, Ben James here with Lap Realty and Royal LePage Lifestyles Realty. I just wanted to finish up giving you 2018's real estate market report for Central Alberta. So I thought I'd start off by talking about all the great news that happened in real estate in Central Alberta for 2018. So yeah. And with all that said, I'll move on to what else happened in 2018. Obviously, everybody that's living in Central Alberta and in Alberta knows that our economy is suffering. And so yeah, the next little bit, unfortunately, I'm going to sound like a negative Nanny or Debbie Downer. But it's still some interesting information. So I just wanted to run through some stats for you and kind of keep you up to date with what's happening. So basically, across the board, most of our real estate sales for most of the communities in Central Alberta were down again from the year before. Ironically, Lacombe had a little bit of a bump, nothing too big, and so did Rocky Mountain House. But otherwise, everybody else lost more sales again this year compared to last year. And yeah, it didn't look good. Nothing significant anyways between Rocky and Lacombe. Days on market, we're still sitting around that 100 to 130 days. However, that's even a little skewed. It's very tough to put an actual number on days on market, just because so many listings come off the market, go back on, then they come off and they go back on, and then they sell in 30 days. And that stat, you can't adjust that, not without going into the history of the listing. So statistically speaking, it's 100 to 130 days, but in actual number, just pray your house sells. It's that kind of a market. Which kind of leads me to what happened. If you were a listing in any of the smaller surrounding communities with, let's say, 20,000 population or less, so that includes Sylvan Lake, Rocky Mountain House, Ponoka, Lacombe, Penhold, Blackfalds. If you were one of those in Central Alberta, and you had a listing over 500,000, only 43 of you sold. Out of all of those communities combined, only 43 listings sold over $500,000. So everything above $500,000, that's what happened. Now, if you were, and that doesn't include lake sales or acreage or anything like that. That just includes inside the municipality. Now, all that said, Red Deer had almost 3 times that, with about 113 sales just in the city of Red Deer alone. So again, probably some useless information for you, but I thought it was kind of interesting that all of those municipalities combined, especially looking at Sylvan Lake and Blackfalds being kind of the faster growing communities in Central Alberta, were that far away from what Red Deer had. And surprisingly to me more is how many Red Deer actually had, considering our market. So good for Red Deer, and if you bought in Red Deer, good for you. I mean, obviously, yeah, it's a good time to be buying if you're a buyer. If you're a seller and you were one of those 43 or one of those 113 in Red Deer, congratulations, because there was a lot of listings priced over $500,000 in those combined municipalities, all of Central Alberta. So something kind of interesting. Some other useless facts, or you might take this, but for good table talk, for good reason. What I found was kind of interesting is the amount of foreclosures, which was expected. I mean, we're dealing with a market where everything's declining, people aren't working, so the foreclosures are on the rise. In the city of Red Deer, there were just over, I think it was, 46 foreclosures that sold, compared to 2018, where they had compared to 2014, where they had 19 sales. So quick math there, it's about 4 times what it was in 2014. But even more interesting, being that the population of red deer is about 8 times the population of Sylvan Lake, or 9 times the population of Sylvan Lake. Sylvan Lake had 24 sales in 2018 compared to the 4 they had in 2014. So quick math there, you're about 6 times the norm, which is crazy to think. And then, kind of relating back to red deer, the fact that the population is that much bigger, and we had half the foreclosures basically that red deer had. So again, I don't know the relevance to that. I just find it kind of interesting. And same with Blackfalds. So the 2 fastest growing communities again are getting the most counts for foreclosures compared to what red deer's doing. I kind of thought was interesting, so and maybe that's because it's a bedroom community, or it has become bedroom communities, and maybe that's the reason why people are willing to hand the keys into the bank and move to a place where there is work. Maybe that's what caused so many more foreclosures in, say, Blackfalds and Sylvan Lake. But yeah, kind of interesting there. Kind of getting into some other stats for you, or information. There isn't much else going on that's happened in the last couple of months. The fourth quarter of 2018 wasn't anything to brag about either. So I'm not really going to get into that kind of stuff. Some things going on for 2019 and what to look forward to. We have the Winter Games coming, which I think is pretty cool. That's always helpful for our economy. I hope that a lot of people in Central Alberta can afford to go to it. Obviously, again, just based on economic factors. I hope it's a big turnout, because all those volunteers and sponsors and stuff doing their hardest to put on a great show for all the Canadians. I hope it turns out to be a really good success, and I congratulate them now for the work they're doing, and obviously what's to come. So that's good. We have what else? I guess we're looking forward to an election year. I think that's on the top of the list for a lot of Albertans, getting through this, and I think we've pretty much concreted the answer to that election. But even more important is the federal one, and even more important than that is that we get out and we vote. I think that's something that a lot of people are going to be talking about this election. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the most voted election to date, because of the current situation. So, and I wouldn't be surprised if federally it is too. So, I think that's something we kind of have to look forward to. Again, I hate to be this Debbie Downer and this negative nanny kind of person, but this is what's been happening in Central Alberta, and it's a crisis, and I respect the little bit of work that I get to do, and when I listen to my friends and family that get to go to work occasionally in the oil patch, I think that's pretty awesome too, and I'm thankful for that. Last I heard, there was 22 rigs drilling holes in Alberta. That's it. And to think that just not even 10 years ago, some of the oil field companies, that was one company's, that's how many they had drilling, just one company. Now there's 22 total for all those companies out there that have drilling rigs. So that's pretty scary to think, I guess, and I, like I say, I appreciate the fact that some people get to work. I wish you all the best in 2019, and I hope I get to bring you some better news as things progress here. But as for right now, that was it for 2018. Good luck in 2019. I guess there's one thing I could say to 2018 is, give the old bird away and say thanks. See you later, 2018. And let's rock this 2019. And like I said, I hope everything goes the way it should for the elections, and then we'll be on to bigger and better. So thanks again for listening. It's Ben James with Royal LePage. You can call me 403-396-1290. You can look me up on most social media sites. Yeah, not much else to say. If you've got a question about your market area, I'm more than happy to get some information for you out there too. So take care. Cheers.